for our nation finally hit a hill he could not conquer, and that was the President of the United States.
Oh, so Mattis is supposed to conquer the President of the United States? That's kind of interesting.
Finally, the president's momentous decision to withdraw from Syria against the advice of his cabinet after talking to Turkey's President Erdogan. With Mattis now leaving, who will stand up to the president? Critics say the remaining top advisors are mostly yes men. And who would want the defense job now? Serving a commander-in-chief who, as a candidate, said, "I know more than the generals." Andrea Mitchell, NBC News, Washington.
I'm Richard Engel. As troops in Syria are ordered to the number of U.S. troops in Afghanistan, just as negotiations there with the Taliban are making progress to end America's longest war.
We have reason to doubt the competence and judgment of the President of the United States. We ought to be worried about this.
I've seldom heard such a
reason to judge the competence of the President of the United States for wanting to pull out of Afghanistan and Syria. This is fascinating, and they won't give him $5 billion for to fix our southern border. So we went into Afghanistan in 2001, shortly after 9/11 occurred, and for reasons unknown. And so here is in Afghanistan. That's 2001, because the Taliban had started this program of getting rid of all of the poppies because they didn't want people addicted to or using, heroin. So they wanted food to be grown. So here we go. There's 8,000 hectares or something like that. Let's just call it 8,000 units of, cultivated land here. So now, 2014, we got 224,000 hectares. I don't know what the heck they are. Yeah, hectares. So, oh gosh, how did I do this? So, yeah. Come on. Okay. So, then further down in here, let me see here. It says Afghanistan is responsible for 90% of the world's heroin supply. Okay. And there were 189,000 heroin users in the United States in 2001 before the U.S. invasion of Afghanistan. By 2016, that number went from 189,000 to 4.5 million people using heroin. Heroin deaths shot up from 1,700 people in the entire United States in 2001 to 10,574 in 2014. Fascinating. And then down here it talks about, so there's the link. This is Canadian Global Research Foundation or something like that. So down here they talk about the United States led fake eradication program, they're calling it, where we've spent $8.5 billion trying to eradicate heroin or poppy opium production in Afghanistan. We've spent $8.5 billion, and they won't let Trump. They won't give him $5 billion to build a border wall to protect our border, but they've spent $8.5 billion trying to eradicate poppies from Afghanistan, while the production is increasing every year, almost every year. It's gone way up, and it's destroying the United States. And the money from heroin is going into terrorists. Yeah. So here we go. United Nations cover-up in the wake of the UN invasion. Ban had never happened. Washington's hidden agenda, restore the drug trade. So who's competent? President Trump, because he wants to stop wasting our money in Afghanistan and Syria, because we're obviously not really doing it, helping over there. I shouldn't say that. I take that back. Things don't seem to be going the right way, and we're spending a ton of money, and we got to let everybody just deal with their own issues. So you say President Trump is incompetent because he's trying to pull out of Afghanistan and Syria. Well, were they competent to go into Afghanistan and Iraq and Syria? I mean, was that a competent president that brought us there? Or it was an incompetent president that brought us there and a competent president that's bringing us out of there? Yeah, I think that's more like it. NBC News is a joke.